It's time for Leadership of the Lead, where great leaders and good cigars come together. Austin and Dice are back in Season 5, sharing leadership lessons, cigar knowledge, and a few stories along the way. Just honest talk, good vibes, and premium smoke. Grab a tasty beverage, a quality cigar, because life is too short for bad cigars.
Welcome to another episode of Leadership of the Lead. My name is Austin.
What's up, Austin? I'm
Hi,
Dice. Yeah,
Hi.
that's me. I'm Dice.
Hey, Dice.
Hey.
Hi, Gwen.
Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, we're going to share some good leadership advice. This is a good one. Yeah. What are we smoking?
Well, we are smoking a collaboration. It's an exclusive. So automatically, I don't know. Can this be in contention? So I got a question.
That's pretty good. I see
That's
where
a
you're
fair
going.
question.
Go ahead. Say it out loud so people know.
Okay, all right. So this is a Total Wine exclusive collaboration,
Right.
with Rocky Patel.
Right.
So my question is can it be a contender for cigar of the season?
I would say it can't because it's not limited edition.
You just have to go get it at Total Wine.
Total Wine. So if you don't have a Total Wine in your area, you can't get this cigar.
You order it offline?
I don't know. But it is definitely a Total Wine like exclusive. So
Yeah. I don't know if you can order offline.
either way, it's not limited. So our rules say limited edition.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm good
So
with it.
I don't think we should change it because it's not limited. It's just exclusive.
That's fair. Fair point. It was a hadn't come up before. But anyways, we are smoking. Me and Dice are both smoking the same thing. Yep. Are smoking the Don Aguilera cigar made by Rocky Patel exclusively for Total Wine. It is an Ecuadorian or sun-grown Habano wrapper with Nicaraguan binder, Nicaraguan filler, including Jalapa Ligero. It is a 6x60 and is a medium to medium full cigar.
I will determine that, sir. Medium to medium full.
Oh, those bands came off really good.
You took your band off already? Holy shit.
Dude, they just were falling off. Like, it's like every time I walk up in the room, like girls throw their balls at me like that.
Wow. Being a band whore, what are your thoughts on this band?
So,
Because you are a band whore.
I understand. I like it. I really do. I think it's simple yet elegant. The color is very interesting. It's kind of a Turkish-y.
That's where I was going with it.
It's Total Wine. The font Total Wine, like you know how it's that purpley or it's that bluish green font.
Yeah.
They have two of these. They do have two of these. There's a Connecticut and or a Habano and a Maduro. Because there's a purple one.
There's a purple one. The purple is Connecticut.
Okay, purple's Connecticut. This is a Habano.
Habano.
But no, I like it. It's simple yet elegant. It fits very nicely on the shelf with everything else. Like I walked into Total Wine and the wife came with me because I had to get her approval every time I go on Total Wine because I end up spending too much money. But
that makes sense.
So I just figured bring her with me in it.
I don't blame our unofficial photographer.
Yeah. So, anyways, we were there and I was like, oh. Pause. I looked over. We were getting ready to check out, and I looked over and I saw the humidor, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta stop." Dice told me there's cigars. I gotta go look for them. I'll be right back. So of course, she's standing outside, and I'm looking through, and I'm like, "Man, where the fuck are they?" Like I'm expecting it to be like front and center, like here.
It's not.
It's exclusive to Total Wine. Like check out our shit. It was not. It was like off on the corner on the right, like. In a dark corner somewhere.
Off to the side somewhere, like forgotten, like a step.
Yeah, and I was like, huh. So I'm like, I had went through the whole thing, and finally it was like at the very end, of course. And I was like, and I like had to look, and I saw like they had written. I was like, oh, Total Wine, like exclusive. Check it out. Oh shit, okay. So looked at it, found it. But yeah, no, I thought the band looked really good. It was not at all what I was expecting.
Yeah, no, I kind of like the correlated edges of the second band, and the first band is just straightforward with like that color that you're talking to, the turquoise color. I don't mind it. I had another person call me out of the blue, and I was like, oh shit, they never call me. Why are they calling me? And they asked for cigar recommendations, and it happened to be at Total Wine, and I recommend this one as well. And I don't know if you remember or not, but there was a while back where I went to Total Wine and I got like shit cigars, and then I left a survey and I was like, I got shit cigars. And then the cigar guy called me and he was like, hey, I'm sorry you got shit cigars. Come to this Total Wine and I'll give you good cigars. And this was one of the cigars he recommended. He was like, not many people know about this one. You will like it. And ever since then, I've been recommending it to people that go to Total Wine. So okay. Don Aguilera. I can't remember the guy's name. I do apologize. But if you go back and listen to the episode, you'll know.
Yeah, no, I'm a for it. It's made by Rocky Patel, and it was right near the Rocky Patel stuff. I just was not expecting.
It doesn't have like neon arrows saying, "Hey, exclusive only."
Yeah, like they had like a little tiny like little leaflet thing like in front, like and they're like, hey, exclusive to CE by Rocky Patel, and I was like, oh, that must be it. So I looked, and I was like, oh yeah, there it is, and it says it on the band.
Here's an important question. Important question. So, you haven't smoked this before, correct?
Correct.
I smoked plenty of them. You haven't smoked it before. How many did you buy?
Dose.
2! Hey, he followed the rules. Second question.
I also picked up 2 of the Connecticut.
Well, now we have to smoke the Connecticut on there. Maybe coming to an episode near you?
Yeah, I guess.
What are you drinking?
All right, so I am drinking Center Stage Rye Whiskey.
Center Stage?
Stave. S-T-A-V-E.
Oh.
That's the brand name of the bottle. Like,
okay.
If you see it on their Instagram at Leadership of the Leaf, you'll see the bottle with this cigar. But yeah, it's Center Stave.
Oh man, it matches the band almost perfectly.
Right. You can think of my unofficial photographer for it. She did it.
All right. Thanks, unofficial photographer.
Yeah. But this one's interesting because it was finished. So of course whiskey's got to age, right?
Yeah.
They aged it in port wine cask.
Port wine cask.
So like if you were to make a port wine and have that in a barrel, let it age, and then bottle it up and take those barrels and then put your whiskey in there and then let it age. You kind of get some of the mixing of flavors.
I see. So, have you drunk it before tonight?
No.
So, as of right now, I know you took a few sips because, I know us. How is it so far?
Very good. I definitely get some of the wine flavor notes.
Okay.
That come from the port cask. It's kind of an earthy, like a figgy sweetness almost. It's very good though, very very good. I'm excited to see how this does with this cigar.
Okay.
All right, guys. What are you drinking? What Hennessy?
I was waiting for the Hennessy
with?
joke. Yeah, I was waiting for a Hennessy joke. Yeah, I was like, this isn't going to work if you fucking don't say a Hennessy joke.
I thought about just letting it go and just being like, I say it too much.
Yeah, whatever. Right. Boo to you. I am drinking a whiskey. Rabble. Whiskey, yes.
Jameson? Or you drink Jameson? Fucking, what the fuck is that?
It is called Scatterbrain.
Oh, is that what you are?
It's a peanut butter whiskey.
Oh, so it's like Screwball.
Screwball, yes. I saw Screwball. Then I was like, everybody knows Screwball. Let me go with something different. So I went with Scatterbrain. And the A's upside down, so it's cool, right? I don't know. Scatterbrain whiskey. I was going to give it a try because I have smoked this cigar quite a few times before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping I know hope isn't, something to go by, but I don't have any other definition for this other than I'm hoping that it works out.
Okay.
That's why
Fair
I chose it.
Okay, I'm with you. I got it. I like it.
All right.
All right. So now we got that all out of the way. Guys, have you ever been told to take the high road with somebody?
I have been told to take the high road, but I will admit, when I was told that, it wasn't said in the best intentions.
Yeah. Well, I started. I don't want to say reading because I'm listening to it, but I started listening to a book, and so we're gonna kind of talk about maybe a concept. Not maybe. We're gonna talk about a concept from the book. The book is called High Road Leadership, and it's written by John C. Maxwell. If you've never heard of John C. Maxwell, he is a phenomenal leadership entrepreneur. He's led several churches. He's just a really good philosopher of leadership as well.
All right.
But in his book, he talks about the philosophy that leadership is not just about achieving success; it's about how you achieve that success. So he starts with a simple but profound framework. And if you guys hear us talk about this, you'll probably be like, "Oh, they talked about that already. Oh, yeah, they've already said that." A lot of the stuff is probably stuff that we've already talked about, but maybe presented in a slightly different way. So here's the framework. So when we interact with others, especially under pressure, we're usually going to take one of three roads, right? We're going to take the low road, the middle road, or the high road.
Okay.
And so we need to define what those are so we can talk about how to take the high road.
Well, you're absolutely correct. A lot of this philosophy I don't want to say we've already preached before, but it's one of those things where it reiterates stuff that we have brought to air, that we have brought on episodes before. And the low road, when we say something about the low road, this is a reactive and a destructive. It's when you tear people down, seek revenge, or prioritize winning at all costs. Low road leaders might get short-term results, but they leave destruction behind. People fall because of their leadership. It's one of those like, what are you, stupid?
Yeah, these are the people that are going to step on everybody on their way up. Those are the people that are unconditional takers. You're never going to get anything back from them. They just take from everybody as much as they can. So they have a mindset about them, a scarcity mindset about them that says, if you get it, that means there's less for me. That's a low road leader. A middle road, there's more transactional. All right, what's the fair exchange? If I give you something, I'm only going to give you as much as I get. It's a me first, disguised as balance. The problem, life isn't always fair. Keeping score tends to kill relationships. So if I was to sit here and say, man, I can only work when, Dice does this for me, but then if he does that for me, then I'll give him something equal in return. Like that's who wants to be on the other end of that? Yeah,
quid pro quo. I think it is. One hand washes the other. Or another scenario when I think of middle road, I think of reality TV shows like Survivor.
Yeah.
Like if you let me win the immunity idol, I'll guarantee that you make it to the final four. That type of scenario.
Yeah. Hey, you don't vote me out, I won't vote you out, and then see how that works. Like that sort of thing. It's a very transactional type of leadership mentality. It's always keeping score, and they're conditional. I would say conditional givers and takers because they're going to take, but then they'll give you something, but it's only on condition that they get something first.
Yeah.
Then you have the high road. High road is always others first. These are the unconditional givers. You give more than you take. You want more for people than you want from them. High road leaders intentionally add value to somebody, even when it's uphill and nobody's watching. These are the people that you love to work for. These are the people that say, that get the best out of them. Like, man, how do you get the best out of everybody? I don't get the best out of anybody. they give me their best, and I'm just keep setting them up for success, because as long as they're giving me their best, I'm going to keep giving it to, like, it's not as long as, I'm going to continue giving of myself and everything else, because that's what they deserve.
Yeah, you know what, Austin? You're all right with me. You're all right with me. No matter what other people say, you're all right with me, sir.
Aww. You're so sweet.
So today we're going to discuss what it means to take the high road in leadership and why that path always leaves a lasting legacy. It's one of those things. I mean, the high road to leadership. It's inspired by the John C. Maxwell book. You started it. I'm going to start it. It's right in our framework of everything that's going on. I just got invited to one of my someone that used to work for me. They invited me to their retirement, and not forgot about this person, but it's one of those things, like, it's a lasting leadership legacy. Like, oh, you know what? Dice touched me in a leadership way. Let me invite him to my retirement. So it's one of those things. It keeps coming back. It's that leadership legacy that you want to leave. So it imposes the question of, what is high road leadership?
Right. So high road leadership is choosing principles over impulses. It means, responding instead of reacting, listening instead of dominating, building instead of tearing down, leading with discipline instead of ego. So when you listen to understand, we've talked about this before, listening to understand rather than just listening to respond, or listening and waiting for your turn to talk over somebody.
2 ears and one mouth.
Exactly. It's seeing value in everybody. It's trying to build somebody up rather than tearing them down for a simple mistake that they made because maybe they had a bad day, they had a flat tire on their way to work or something. It's all that sort of stuff. Low road leadership often produces quick victories, but long-term damage. Leaders that take the low road tend to operate from pride, revenge, manipulation, or even insecurity. They're going to get temporary control, but eventually that trust is going to erode, and nobody's going to want to work for them.
A lot of times when I think of like that low road leadership, and I don't want to discredit anything, because the other book that I'm about to mention has a lot of great qualities, but 48 Laws of Power kind of goes down that low road leadership avenue because it produces quick victories, right? And doesn't look at the long-term damage, because there's a lot of things in there. It's like stir up waters to catch fish and stuff like that. We're looking at the longevity of it all. You want that lasting impression. So high road leadership understands something that's important, like character, which I have often said, character compounds over time. Like, if your character is fucking garbage, then it's not going to resonate with the people. But if your character is genuine and willing to listen and grow with your team, then it's going to compound over time. People may forget a speech, they may forget a title, but they always remember how a leader treated them, especially when it's under pressure. Like, don't you realize I'm under pressure right now? Go the fuck away and leave me alone. They're going to remember that over, oh, I'm so much under pressure right now, but if you take care of this, I can take care of that, and we'll come together, and look at all this. Puppy dogs and fucking rainbows.
Yeah. Or even like, hey, I see that you're struggling. What can I do to take some stuff off your plate? I understand that you have a lot on your plate. What else do you need? How else can I help?
You're willing to help me?
Yeah.
But that's not in your job title. That's not even in your realm.
No, but we're on the same team, right?
Oh, man. I'll remember this forever. Forever. Forever.
All right, Sandlot. It's one of those things. High road leadership it's all about character, it's integrity, how to act when nobody's looking. And John Maxwell, he often emphasizes that leadership is influence. If influence is built on fear and intimidation, it's eventually going to collapse like a house of cards. But influence built on respect, consistency, and integrity creates loyalty. And that's given that good foundation and making sure things set up correctly. The high road's definitely harder. It's that narrow path that not many people are going to go down, because it requires restraint, thoughtfulness, impulse control, all that sort of stuff. So you got to realize that sometimes leadership means You have to say less. Remain calm. Refuse the gossip. Give credit away if you can. Owning mistakes publicly. Staying professional when others are not. That's not weakness. That's controlled strength. Saying less, like we talked about all of those things before. We were born with one mouth, two ears, and yet some people find a way to do the opposite.
Just like when someone wants to listen about their fucking first third, they're just going to use both their ears to listen to what Austin has to say about their first third.
Also, I'm so proud of you. You're doing so good with these segues. I'm so proud. So fucking proud. Yeah, first third. I thought I would get more cedar, but I'm more getting like earthy, toast, almond. An espresso maybe, and there's a touch of spice. Like
I was gonna say, there's a light spice on mine. It feels like it wants to be cedar, but the cedar just won't break through. Right?
It's like somebody whispered the word cedar in my ear as I'm pumping on the cigar.
They're like, you want to say, hey, make sure you say cedar with this one, but I'm like, no, I don't want to say cedar.
I can't like. How do I describe White Claws? It's like drinking static electricity while somebody shouts the name of a fruit in the room next to you. That's what it is. It's like somebody shouting cedar in the room next to me, and I'm like, not really though. But it's good. It's very good. I
will admit, my peanut butter whiskey, because it's a peanut butter whiskey that I am drinking here, and I knew that this was like a nutty forward like cigar because I've smoked it several times before, and the almonds is just like if you had to write the words on paper, you would put almonds in bold and everything else in regular font.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that for sure. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. I'm excited for this cigar. I'm ready to see how it goes. So we talked about controlled strength. We talked about, saying less, taking blame, giving credit, that sort of stuff. We've said all of this stuff before. Probably none of this stuff is really going to be super new. It's just going to be presented in a new way. But that's fine. Because
it's one of those, it's one of those things where it I don't want to say it accentuates the point that we've already been talking about, but this is written in a published book, and we're a podcast that's been on the air for 5 seasons now.
Yeah, right. This is like a New York, I don't know if it's a New York Times bestseller, but this guy is a New York Times bestselling author. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
So, leadership and emotional discipline, one of the biggest tests a leadership faces is emotional control. Anyone can appear composed during success. We've talked about that. When the water's calm, anybody can lead the boat. Fine.
EQ, AQ.
Yeah, all of that. But leadership is going to show itself during frustration. High road leaders understand that emotions are temporary, the consequences are lasting. A careless email, a disrespectful comment, a public outburst, those moments, they damage years of credibility. I always tell my son it takes about 10 good things to equal one bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it is. Because we're geared to the negative. The best leaders develop what Maxwell teaches as intentionality. They don't drift emotionally. They choose their responses carefully. And there's a phrase that often circulates in leadership circles. And it's never sacrifice long-term respect for short-term emotional satisfaction. Let me read that one again. Never sacrifice long-term respect for short-term emotional satisfaction. So you might get to feel satisfied by getting back at Debbie for stealing your fucking brownie or whatever. But is that worth the long-term respect you're going to lose by getting back at her? Because maybe it's not her. Maybe it's the 3 other people that saw that she had a bad day, so she took a brownie to calm herself down or whatever. Right. She made a careless comment. Who fucking knows, right? But is it worth the careless comment? Like, you might feel better in the moment, but was it worth it? Probably not. Steady leadership is going to create steady organization, and that's just something that has to get thrown out.
I'm telling you. I guarantee you, not only you, but our listeners will agree with this, or however it's going to be said. How many times? I know I've done this where you receive an email or some kind of question or whatever, and you fucking hammered it. You went ham. You was like, this motherfucker, this, mean words, that, fuck you, and this whole thing, this gambit of emotional, like, oh, I'm so fucking upset with this shit. But you didn't send it. You deleted it. You fucking deleted it. Even though you meant every word of it, you deleted it because it was pure emotional. I know I've done it. It was fucking pure emotional, and you deleted it, and you came back to it an hour or so later, and you respond with something more educational, more intellectual, and more ongoing betterment for the team.
Value added.
Value added. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've gotten those emails, and I share a cubicle with like 4 other people. Like we have this giant cube, and I've gotten up, and I'm like, this is the stupidest. Oh my God, I can't stand people. And then I'll log off and I'll walk away, and people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, I need to take a walk. And what the hell's going on? And I come back like 10, 15 minutes later. I'm like, that was the dumbest email I've ever read, because I literally answered it. Their answer to their question that they are yelling at me about in this fucking email is literally they replied to the answer to their question that they're berating me for. And I was like, it drives me up a wall. And like, I don't want to put, per my last email, jackass, why don't you learn how to fucking read an entire email before you come at me? Like, I was like, no. Okay,
as much as you want to, I guarantee it.
Yeah, as much as I wanted. I was like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. Let's go through it. Let's make sure I answer the question correctly and thoroughly, and add value, not demean anybody or belittle anybody. And it's funny because John Maxwell has a saying. It's a small saying, but it kind of made me laugh. And I was like, I've never thought about it that way. But he said, there's no leader is going to have 2 good days in a row.
Okay.
And because, and what's funny about that is that leaders' jobs are all about problem solving.
Yeah.
All about taking in the issue, figuring out a way around it, and steering the ship, right? So there's no 2 good days. You don't get 2 good days in a row as a leader. It's never going to happen, because if you have a great day, then the next day you're going to find some shit that you didn't catch the first day, and you're like, God damn it, I was having such a good day. But that's one of those things where you got to sit there and got to go, okay, this is what I signed up for. I can't get mad about it. This is the job. The job is to lead. The job is to problem solve. The job is to take in all of everybody else's issues and help them figure it out and better themselves for it.
Basically is AQ, what we talked about before.
Absolutely.
Basically. And I hate using the word basically like that. But I know John Maxwell, I know he shared the difference between positions and respect.
Yeah.
One of Maxwell's strongest leadership teachings is the position alone does not create leadership. And I know you said it, and I echoed it. Just because you get a position doesn't mean you get a beam of light and then bestows upon you all the leadership advice that you can give. A title only gives you that authority. But as I've often said, and you often echoed, character is what earns that respect. A high role leaders understand they are always being watched. They're always being watched. Exactly what you was resonating just now. How they handle criticism. What's going to change? Today 1, I was this. Today 2, I'm an asshole. How they treat employees, how they act, nobody benefits from them. How they respond when challenges are there. Exactly what you were saying. Like, no 2 days are the exact same.
Yeah. Well, and so like for example, if you're a low road leader, you're going to sit there and say, hey, I'm the leader, so I now deserve respect. Middle road leader is going to say, if you give me respect, I'll give it right back. And then the high road leader says, hey, because I'm the leader, the onus is on me. I must model respect. So I'm going to give respect to every single person I come across. I'm going to value every single buddy that I come across. And that distinction changes everything. Real leadership is not about demanding loyalty. It's about inspiring trust. And if you don't inspire that trust, if people don't feel like you can come to them or that they come to you with anything, like this is one of those things that I like to ask my leaders that I've seen. They always tell me like, "Oh, I have an open door policy," and it always makes me chuckle when I hear that. And I'm like, an open door policy, that's
bullshit. That's BS.
Okay, great, but whatever. So my question to them as a person is, how often does anybody take you up on that open door leadership? Well, never. Then is it really an open door?
Right. It's one of those, I call it word soups. It's the flavor of the month or whatever. Like, it fights cavities. Every toothpaste fights cavities, homie. Just because you said it now doesn't change anything.
Right.
Like, I have an open
whitening.
door policy. Yeah. It's whitening. Oh, okay. All right. You're the only toothpaste that's whitening? No, you're just the one that said it first. You're the one that said it louder. Or however you want to word it. Your open door policy, who gives a fuck? How about you get from behind your desk, and you go out and you ask someone, "Hey, Austin, how's your day going? What's going on? How can I help you today?" Instead of waiting for Austin to come to my desk and tell me what can help him.
Yeah, exactly. It's that, let me get out from behind my desk. Let me go meet the people where they are. That's one of the biggest things. Go meet the person where they are. Don't expect them to come to you. Go meet them where they are and figure out how you can lead better. And be ready. We've said it before. Be ready for that feedback.
Yeah.
If you ask it, eventually somebody's going to take you up on that feedback.
Yeah, because you
be nice about it.
You ask me, I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
Baby, I like it raw.
Yeah. So you cannot, and a high road leader is going to sit there and take that and go, "Wow, those are some really strong feelings. I did not realize that you felt that way. Let me publicly apologize, because that's not how I meant to come off. That's not how I meant to treat you." And there's no such thing as everybody is walking the high road all the time. We fluctuate, right? John Maxwell, he said, he read a book. Forgive me, I forgot the name of it, but it said basically every person has an eagle and a hippopotamus in them. And I was like, "A fucking hippopotamus? What the fuck?" And he goes, "The eagle wants to soar with pride and show everybody and attack and get everything done. And then the hippopotamus wants to wallow in the mud, baby." And so he goes, sometimes, you find yourself wallowing in the mud. You're in a rut. Maybe you're listening to gossip. Maybe you're doing the wrong thing. And the idea is how can you recognize that hippo in yourself and realize and go, "I need to be better. I need to bring out more of that eagle in me so I can soar and get things done and soar over these problems and overcome everything."
In my line of work, someone asked me, but like, "Hey, I noticed you say what's up to everyone. You say hello to the maintenance guy. You ask how the VP is doing. Like, you talk to everyone pretty much the same." And I'm like, everyone deserves the same amount of respect. Why would I respect someone different just because they have a different title? And because they just could not see that. They didn't comprehend. So they're a low road type person. But my aspect of it, if I don't understand the maintenance guy, the janitor, the guy that's taking the trash out, up to the VP, then how can I solve a problem if I don't know everything in between? I want to know how the guy's taking out the trash. How is your day going? What's going on? Oh, I can't believe they do this and this and this, and this trash just builds up. I wonder why. Let's figure this out. Let's find out why. Yeah, like this whole thing, like it's a whole ecosystem, and it's hard for some people to understand why I do certain things that I do. Now, don't let that bother me. I don't discontinue what I do. I still continue moving forward with my daily routine of I speak to everyone with the same amount of respect. The guy that's taking out the trash, that's a man. That's a grown man. He has a family. He has a wife, kids. He has whatever's going on in his life. And the VP, that's a man or a woman, whoever. I'm equal opportunity here, but my current situation, they're both men. He has a life. He has a mom. He has a whatever family that he tends to just as well as the guy. So they both have family issues and stuff that they're dealing with. So Why would I treat them any different than I am?
Well, I was telling my son, the garbage guy he was driving down the street one day, and I waved at him. He had his window down. He kind of waved, and I heard him yell out, like, "Hey, how's it going?" I said, "Hey, man, going good. I hope you're having a great day." And I was
what did that cost you before you finished? What did that cost you?
Nothing.
Okay.
Not even 2 seconds. And
Right.
my son was like, "Do you know that guy, Dad?" I said, "No." And he goes, "Well, why'd you ask him and tell him you hope he's having a great day?" I said, "Well, I want to have a good day. Why wouldn't he want to have a good day? Why wouldn't I want to wish that upon him? He's a person, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." I said, "Don't you want to have a good day?" "Yeah." "Wouldn't you want somebody to say, 'I hope you have a great day'? Genuinely mean it?" He goes, "Yeah, that would be nice." I was like, "Hey, I hope you have a great day." I said, "See how good that makes you feel?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, How much effort did that take on my part?" Nothing. Exactly. So he's a garbage man. I appreciate all the work that he does. He works hard. I'm very appreciative of all
He
that.
probably has never heard that the whole week. He probably has never heard that the whole week.
Yeah. And it probably was like, cool. I had a great day. That was nice.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, it was. And so I'm like, I was trying to teach my son, like, the character is born more from, like, the character is shown more by how you treat the garbage guy versus the VP or the president or the boss or whatever, right? Like,
Yeah.
I show more character by genuinely hoping that dude has a good day and sitting there chit-chatting with him and hoping he has a great day. I was like, versus sucking up to the boss. I was like, everyone expects me to suck up to the boss because they're the boss, and he signs my front of my paycheck. That guy has nothing to do with my paycheck. I genuinely hope he has a fantastic fucking day because he's a human being and I want to have a good day.
Yeah.
And we've done it with FedEx guys. We've had neighborhood, neighborhood cookouts or whatever, hanging out, having pizza with the neighbors, all the kids running around. And FedEx guy will come drop off the package, like, "Hey man, we have pizza. You want some pizza?" He's like, "Are you serious?" We're like, 100%, dude, go get the pizza.
Yeah.
And like, he's like, "Oh man, I appreciate it. I haven't had anything to eat since like noon." I'm like, "Dude, this is 7 o'clock. Like, I'd be starving." He's like, "I know." I was like, "Bro, you're like,
just take a burger, eat it on the way. Whatever you need
like,
to do.
you want grab like 3 slices of pizza. You want a Coke?" And he's like, "I'd love a Coke." I'm like, "Whoop, here you go." And he's like, "Oh, dude, this is great. Thank you so much." I'm like, "Hell yeah, man. Have a good one. Get home safe." And he's just like, "That's so cool." It blew his mind. Of course, he's 8, so he's just like, but he's the delivery guy. I'm like, yeah, he's still a human being.
Yeah.
He does me a service. He delivers my mail. I don't have to go out of my way and just pick that shit up. So he delivers my mail. It helps me out. So.
Well, before we get into today's leaf lesson and this whole 9, I mean, and we got a lot more to go over. There's 12 practices of high road leaders that I want everyone to take a hold of. Let's take a break, and we're going to take a small break. Then when we come back, we'll discuss our second, third. We'll talk about this whole high road shit, and people are going to love it. I'm telling you.
Can't wait.
But did I say something wrong?
It's going to be the greatest. I can't wait for everyone to talk about high road leadership.
It's going to be great. It's going to be wonderful. I'm telling you, it's the best.
I'm a golden dino. Bunch of friends. I can't wait.
I have no idea who you're impersonating right now.
Uh-huh.
All right, we'll take a break.
A few moments later.
All right, welcome back. We just took a break, and Austin, I know you haven't smoked a cigar before, so I'm gonna let you go with the second, third first. Let's go ahead. What's your second, third, sir?
So the nutty almondness is coming through a lot stronger. There's definitely some espresso in there. I taste the coffee. Darker, I would say. I don't want to say darker earth, but like it's kind of a weird thing to say. But like, it's like a deeper, darker earth, and like the peppers started to come through a little bit more. This port cask whiskey, rye whiskey, which is funny because rye whiskey is usually spicy, but the port cask finish like mellows it out. It really is bringing out that earthiness. Not cedar, but it's bringing out that earthy kind of tone the espresso character of it.
Well, that kind of explains that dark earthiness that you're speaking of. And of course, I'm drinking that peanut butter whiskey. If anybody's had it before, it's peanut butter whiskey, and it's definitely punching home that nuttiness flavor. That espresso is coming through, and which I appreciate that espresso nuts of it. But I'm curious to this part, and it could be just me. Are you getting like a very slight or soft faint pepper?
There's still some pepper. I get. So my pepper's coming through a little bit more. I think that's part of the rye.
So you probably ignored it. You probably ignored it a little bit. There's nothing peppery about my drink, so I'm getting a slight pepper to it with such a peanut buttery Swedish whiskey, and I'm still getting a very slight pepper.
Yeah, there's some pepper in there, but I would agree with you. That's very slight. All right, today's leaf lesson, Dice.
All right, everyone, settle in. It's time for this episode's leaf lesson, where we'll go over cigar culture so you can enjoy the leaf respectfully.
Lighting technique.
Oh, okay.
Don't want to burn the shit out of your cigar, right?
Yeah.
So step one: post the foot about a half inch to an inch, depending on the lighter, from the end of the flame. Never direct flame. You want to just lightly post it to where it kind of turns black a little bit, on the cigar, and post it. Then put it in your mouth, rotate it slowly, and take gentle puffs until the ember is the same, uniform all the way around. So best tools usually for this are if you want to be super fancy dancy, use the cedar spill.
Right. Oh, look at me. I'm Frenchy Pants. I'm using the cedar spill.
Then you go with a butane torch, which is the hard flame, which is what we use.
Which I would say probably 98%, maybe 90% of the people use.
Yeah, then you could go with the soft flame after that. Toasting with a soft flame is almost impossible. Then you go with the soft flame or like a wood match as like a last resort. I mean, wood matches were used forever and a day ago to light cigars. It's fine.
Yeah.
But when you do a wood match, strike it, let that flare up happen.
Yeah, burn that magnesium off.
Yeah, burning all those chemicals off, so then it would become the soft flame. Then you can light it. Don't just as the flame's at the highest and burning all that stuff off. Try to light your cigar because you're going to inhale all those chemicals and that taste into your cigar, and it's gonna affect the flavor.
Yeah. There you go. Lighting technique. There we go. Yeah, never direct flame. Sammy Two Ties called me out one time. I didn't know his lighter that well. I did have a direct flame. That was my bad, but it wasn't my lighter. So, okay, you got me. Toasted about a half inch out. You don't want the flame to actually touch the cigar. There we go.
Yeah. You just want the heat of the flame to touch the cigar.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back to high road. So we got to take the high road to avoid during conflict, right? Conflict reveals leadership maturity very, very quickly. If you're a young leader, you get into a conflict, a lot of times what they're going to end up saying is like, well, I'm the boss and I have to make all the decisions, so it's my way.
That's what I do every time.
Not very mature way of handling things.
Okay. I'm glad I'm listening to this episode then.
I'm so happy you're part of it. High road leaders do not avoid difficult conversations, but they approach them professionally and constructively. John Maxwell teaches that mature leaders separate the issue from the person. Low road leadership attacks the person or attacks those people, and high road leadership addresses the problem. That means no public humiliation.
You're a fucking idiot.
No emotional retaliation.
Fucking
no
idiot.
Weaponizing authority.
Idiot.
You're an idiot and I'm going to fire you. No leadership through intimidation.
Yeah, if you're an idiot, I'm going to fire you. That's exactly what you said. None of that. None of those.
No. Strong leaders correct with clarity, not cruelty. One of the greatest signs of leadership maturity is the ability to disagree without becoming disrespectful, which is, I think, something our culture has kind of lost.
Yeah, I will 100% agree with that.
That skill is increasingly rare and increasingly valuable. I could disagree. Me and Dice disagree on a lot of things. I know it sounds like me and Dice sit there, we give each other shit, and you guys, everyone's probably like, those guys are like, they they'll never disagree. No, we disagree on a lot of things, but I separate the issue from the person. Like, I'm like, guys, I don't agree with you on this, but that issue is not who Dice is.
Yeah.
I separate Dice from that issue. So it's the same thing if you were to go into politics or into leadership and or whatever, and they're like, I think we should, focus on sales. And they're like, no, I think we should focus on processes. Processes is where we have the most waste. If we cut that out, then we can focus on sales once we get our processes in place. They're like, no, if we just drive up sales, the process will fix themselves.
Yeah.
No, like, you can't sit there and say, you're an idiot. I cannot believe that you fucking would think that sales is our answer. Like, no, that is so far to the side. That is an issue. That's not the person.
I hear you saying that. I heard you when you said that, but why did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh. Then normally they would speak on some kind of process that is, no longer a practice or something that's outdated or whatever the reason may be. But now you have a more understanding of why they said that instead of saying this is stupid. All right. I see. You said it was stupid. I heard you when you said that, but I'm just curious why did you say it was stupid? I don't understand why you said it was stupid. That builds this whole process. There's 12 practices to this high role leadership that we've been speaking of, and they mention it in the book that John Maxwell that you was listening to. And I want people to understand that these are not motivational slogans. These aren't like "hang in there, pal, we'll get there" or whatever. These are
right?
Yeah, these are disciplines that separate respected leaders from reactive ones.
Right.
I mean, that's what we want to go through.
Yeah. So first one is place people above your own agenda. Low road leaders ask, how does this benefit me? High road leaders ask, how does this impact the people around me?
Yes.
Strong leadership requires the ability to think beyond personal gain. When people feel valued instead of used, trust begins to grow. Leadership is never just about productivity. It is about stewardship of people. And if you don't know, stewardship is basically taking care of. How do you take care of? How are you responsible for your people? And one of those things, if you look at an agenda, John Maxwell was talking about it in his book, he looks at his calendar and he always sits there and he says, if I have a meeting with somebody and I'm meeting them for the first time, he goes, one of my favorite questions to ask is, who do you know that I need to know? And then he goes, and I ask that in reverse. Who do I know that this person now needs to know? Because if I can connect great leaders and great people, great things are going to happen.
That's absolutely wonderful, because let's say I got a guy cleaning the pool, right? I'm the direct link. Hey, Austin, you clean the pool today? Yeah, I cleaned the pool today. Everything was cool? Yeah, but you know what? My bristles are a little low or whatever, but I've been making it happen or whatever. So who do you need to know in order to make these bristles happen? To get a better brush for this whole... Well, the person that's in ordering or whatever, I asked to order a new brush about a month ago. I haven't got it. All right. Hey, I know that person. Let me get you to know this person, so whenever you need a new brush, you can just talk to this person, and then we can eliminate the middle guy, which is me. I'm the middle guy that's trying to make sure everyone's happy in this whole process.
Exactly.
Oh, this is great. And then a week later, he got a new brush for the pool, and he's cleaning the pool phenomenally. There's no problems. OSHA comes in, the health department comes in. Hey, your pool passed every single time. What do you do? Oh, I know the guy that orders my brushes.
Yeah. We went out to lunch together and had a few laughs, shared a drink or two, and now, like, every time I need something, he's Johnny on the spot with it. It's great.
Right.
Oh shit, that's a relationship that everybody benefits from, because now that dude gets, maybe he's like, hey, I have a pool in my house. How about I pay you $50 and you come clean my pool for me? He's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. Or the leader before me. The leader before me never paid attention to anything I needed. He just like, all right, bud, get this fucking job done, and then he would walk away. Whoa, what the hell? So yeah.
All right. So number 2 is value every person. One of the quickest ways to lose influence is to treat people differently based on status. You treat the janitor terribly, and you treat the boss great, or whatever. High-level leaders respect executives, entry-level employees, interns, customers, critics, support staff, mail person, delivery person, whoever. Right?
Yeah.
Character shows up most clearly in how leaders treat people who cannot advance their careers. Because respect should never be selective. You should never withhold respect based on what somebody does for a living. Maybe they are one of the best workers, and you're like, damn, dude, you are fucking awesome. Why are you not moving up? Well, I never finished high school, so they say the company process is that I can't go any higher than that. Like, damn, dude, that sucks. But you are phenomenal at this job, and I thank you for every job that you do. Right? It's a company policy. Maybe you can't affect that company policy, but you can be like, damn, I understand, but it is what it is.
Well, here's a real world scenario. I wasn't a boss of this guy. I'm like so above this guy that I wouldn't even entertain what he does for a living. I'm just that guy. Whatever. But he does ACs. He's an air conditioner tech, AC tech. And I was just questioning because I had AC problems at my house. And when I went to the person that he answers to, his leader, his boss, or his manager, whatever you want to call that person, I was like, hey, I was talking to such and such about AC. And they was like, oh, he never helps anyone. He's sick of that shit. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that anymore at all. And I was like, that's weird, because he offered to come out to review my AC and help me out with everything. And then that person lit up, was like, oh my God, he must really like you, because he never does that for anyone. Why doesn't he do that for anyone?
Like shit.
Maybe because he gets treated, as opposed to when I go to him, I have never treated him like shit. I'm always went to him and be like, hey man, how's it going? What's up? What you got going on? You got this AC? What was the problem with it? Oh, I have no idea what he's talking about, because I'm not an AC tech. But I listen to him and I'm like, oh, the coils are dirty and this and that and this. Oh, and you fixed it? That's amazing. I've done that for at least 2 years before I even approached him with an AC problem, because I didn't have one. Then all of a sudden I had one and I approached him with it, and then all of a sudden he was willing to help me because I treated him just like I would treat anyone else. I was interested in his day. I was interested in what he done, what he does for the company, what he does for a living, and how does he approach his problems and repair and fix it. I have no say in what he does. I have no direct connection to that. I'm above, 2 times above whatever the fuck he had to do. But I still paid attention to what he had to do and had to offer, and I treated him with the same respect that I would have treated the VP. I would treated the regional manager. I would treated anyone throughout this whole company process. But yet he treated me differently because I treated him with respect.
Yeah,
that's a true story.
A little bit of respect goes a long way with everybody. If they think that you view them as human, because for the longest time, Micro says this all the time, but like everyone sits there and says, oh, if you don't go to college, you're never going to amount to anything. Well, bullshit, because I know welders who make way more money than fucking coders do. And yet you look at them, they're dirty, their truck's rusted out, whatever, but they're welding and they're happy and everything else. But you sit there and talk to them and you're like, hey, man, this is so cool. Like, I can't believe you get this done. That's so cool how you do this. This looks great. I'm so impressed how you do X, Y, Z. I don't know shit about welding, but I'm like, that looks phenomenal. Like, you are a master of your craft. And they're like, oh yeah, hell yeah. And I'm like, hey, by the way, I have this weird thing. Do you think I could weld these two things together and like to make this thing? And they're like, that'll never work. But if you do this and bring it in, I can help you weld it. Like, and I'll set you up.
Oh,
that's great.
Yeah. Here's a truth bomb about myself. None of my college degrees have got my job. What got my job is my leadership approach to life. And because I got this job of my leadership approach to life, I have excelled more in the leadership department, where I got leadership certificates and stuff moving forward since I got this job. But before I got it, none of my scholar academics got this job for me. Anyway, moving forward, just letting you know, leadership had nothing to do with my college education. It had something to do with after my college education.
Fair enough. All right, so number 3, you got to give more than you can take. Low road leadership, like I said before, they're the unconditional takers. They are consumers. High road leadership contributes. They're the unconditional givers. Great leaders share knowledge, develop others, open doors, mentor intentionally, create opportunities. The strongest leaders are multipliers, not collectors of power. If I can sit there, and we've said this before, if I can teach somebody how to do certain things that I do, and they end up taking it off on their own, not pushing it off. But if I can teach somebody, hey, this is how I do this, this, and this, like your pool brush guy, like, hey, I know this person. Why don't you sit down? Like, let me introduce you, and boom, eliminate the middleman. Guess what? Now I just multiplied that power, because now that guy can go to anybody else, like that person, and say, hey, I also need this, and this, and this. You think you can help me get it? And they go, oh yeah, man, I got you. 100%.
Yeah. I had no idea, but I'm glad we're talking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, there's a giant backlog of order forms, but if you're telling me we got a big inspection coming up, and OSHA's coming out, and whatever health, public safety, and public health is coming out, we need to pass this fucking pool inspection. Hell yeah, man! Like, let me get that shit done for you. I appreciate you letting me know.
Switching it like a basketball player or whatever, I can score 30 points a game, but if I can have 2 or 3 other players score 30 points a game, not only my assist rate is going to go up, but now I scored 60 instead of my only 30.
Right. Well,
I got 2 other players that scored 30.
And you spread the defense out.
Yeah, it's
you
amazing.
know, like Chris Paul does it. He's a great distributor, and he's like, I mean, he can go get his 30 anytime he wants. Yeah. That dude can go get his 30, but that motherfucker will make sure at least 3-4 other people get 20 points, and he still gets 30. It's like, yeah, what are you gonna do now? Right. I just made sure they were open because all your assist is on me. So, multiplier, not a collector of power.
Yeah, it's like number 4. You listen before leading, and this is something we've talked about in practice before. The whole communication thing. Some leaders speak constantly but understand very little. High role leaders listen carefully because listening reveals so much. It reveals frustration. It reveals potential. It reveals ideas, weakness. It reveals solutions. People support leaders who make them feel heard. Listening is not passive. A strategic leader is someone that listens to everything that all encompasses to try to group everything together to make it better as a whole. I want to release some of that frustration. I want to prevent some of that. I want that potential to grow. I want these ideas to blossom. I want to remove the weaknesses. I want the solutions to have their own. I want to resolve these solutions. You know, that's what leadership is all about. So if you're listening to what your people have to say before leading, then that's going to encourage all the above to where you're going to get more than take.
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite things to do, and it's always funny.
I gotta take a drink. I said communication.
You did. One of my favorite things to do is shut the fuck up.
What's the TikTok say? If you take your top lip and your bottom lip and push them motherfuckers together, you'll shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So I'd like, especially if you're a new leader coming into a new section, right? Shut up. Just shut up. You would be amazed at how many things you come to find out just through listening to people and their bitches and their gripes and complaints that they say that are within earshot of you, that if you were just constantly talking and self-serving and everything else, you never would have heard. But if you just shut the fuck up and you listen, you find out more than you ever, all the stuff that's under the surface that you're like, man, I never even knew that this was even a problem. Like, I thought everything was great. But, you know, like, you just sit there and you walk around, you just listen to people's conversations, right? Like, I've done it before where I just sat, I watched the process, and I listened. And people are like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm just taking it all in. And I'm sitting there listening to all the conversations, and then find that, like, I guarantee you, within 15 minutes of me sitting there listening, I heard at least 3 gripes about the same fucking tool to make a widget. And I was like, so finally I was like, hey, what's what's some of your guys' gripes and complaints? It's like, oh man, nothing really. Like we get the job done. I'm like, okay, but seriously, humor me. What is an issue? Like, oh, nothing. I'm like, okay, well, let me drop the facade. You guys I've sat here for 15 minutes, and I've heard fucking 3 conversations about this goddamn tool. What is wrong with this one? I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't really work the greatest. It takes a long time to get it to work, and it really slows it down. It takes an extra 20 minutes to get to work. I'm like, all right, 20 minutes per widget? And they're like, yeah. 20 minutes per, how many widgets you guys produce in a day? Oh, probably about 10. Okay, so 20 minutes per widget times 10 is 200 minutes. That's to over 2 hours. I'm talking 2 hours and 40 minutes, roughly. So, do you want me to stay here and believe that you guys have no problems, but you're wasting 2 hours and 40 minutes on this fucking tool? Why can we not get a new one? Well, I don't know. We put it in a request for a new one, but nobody's ever given us. Bet. Let me see if I can't solve this. Oh, it tickles me. Shut the fuck up and listen to them. So listen before leading. It really helps out a lot.
Right.
Number 5, I've talked about this before. It's think win-win. It's that abundance mindset versus scarcity mindset. So low road leadership creates unnecessary competition. High road leaders look for solutions where the team succeeds, relationships stay intact, progress continues, and respect remains. Not every disagreement requires a winner and a loser. Leadership is often the art of finding alignment without sacrificing standards. Don't sit there and think of it if I win, then they lose, or if they win, then I lose. Think of it as, if I can get this and they can get that, then we both win. Why is there not more than enough to go around?
Well, we've talked about win-win solutions before. I think we had a whole episode on it. I was trying to see which episode it was. I can't remember. But either way, it's a win-win. If you come to the table with a win-win solution, who's going to argue that point?
Right.
Be like, oh, I can't believe you. Wait, I win. Wait, but what if you? What? No, you win too. There's no argument that can be held for that win-win solution. High role leaders look for the solution. I mean, that's where the team wins, the team succeeds, relationships stay intact, progress continues, respect remains. Like, everyone is winning. Like, yeah. How are you going to argue this win-win solution? Not every disagreement requires a winner or a loser. Leadership is often the art of finding that alignment within sacrificing standards. So what? Okay, so you go to lunch 5 minutes later, just because it took you an extra 5 minutes to get this done. A win-win solution, I give you extra 5 minutes for lunch. Instead of taking 30 minutes, take a 40-minute lunch. Not only did I give you the extra 5 minutes that I went into your lunch, I gave you an extra 5 minutes afterwards. It's a win-win solution. I'm not losing anything because you already produced a widget before you went to lunch. It's a win-win solution scenario all around.
Exactly. And it's just one of those things there's that abundance mindset, that scarcity mindset. You gotta sit there and try to look for those win-win solutions. So it's hard to do. Sometimes those solutions are not always the most prevalent, but it is what it is. So number 6, be transparent. Trust disappears when leaders become unclear, secretive, or inconsistent. High road leaders communicate honestly. They communicate expectations, decisions, mistakes, challenges. Transparency creates credibility, and people can usually handle difficult truths better than confusion or secretive falsities. Like, if I could sit there and come up to somebody and say, hey, here's my thought process on the decision that's going to be made. Here's the reason I'm making it. I want to go forth and conquer. People are going to go, all right, well, I may not agree with it, but it's a decision and I respect it. Versus if I sit behind closed doors and I just come out and like, this is the direction, go this way now. And then go back to my office and shut the door. People are like, what the fuck is he smoking? Like, that's not the decision we should be taking. Why are we doing it this way? But if I sit there and tell them, hey, this is the reason why I said this, if anyone has any better ideas, I'm more than happy to listen to them. They'll be like, oh, well, no, you're caught between a rock and a hard place, boss. I don't blame I don't envy you. Like, all right, cool, thanks.
Yeah. There's been times where I've heard this and like, what the fuck? But you know what? Okay, I understand. Let's go forward from conquer. I don't agree with it. I don't necessarily agree with the final product, but you explained to me the reason why you chose this. So, okay, I will do my best and make sure you look the best coming out at the end, because you explained to me the whole process instead of just saying, because I said so. I'm the boss and I said so. That never worked with me. You would never. You know me well enough. That has never worked throughout my whole career, my whole life, my whole career working with you until I started my second job. That has never worked. Because I said so? Oh, no, sir. Majority of the time, I'm going to try to go the opposite of what you just said so. But if you explain to me the reason why we're doing it and the unnatural aspect of it at the end and the reason why we're doing it, okay. I don't agree with it, but I see where you're coming from. We'll make it happen. Hey, boss, we'll make it happen. When I'm in that role, we'll make it happen.
Yeah. Well, and that's maintaining emotional discipline, right? Which is number 7. Leadership under pressure reveals emotional maturity. Anyone can remain calm during each season. We talked about this a gazillion times. Real leadership shows during stress. High road leaders avoid emotional reactions. They stay composed publicly, think before speaking, and they control tone and delivery. Emotional discipline protects credibility. That, hey, I don't agree with this, but I'm going to make it happen. That's emotional maturity, emotional discipline. My son just recently, he reads before bed. And so when I go tell him goodnight, I'm like, hey man, get to a stopping point. And he came up to me and goes, I don't like it when you tell me to get to a stopping point. I said, oh, buddy, you're going to have to explain this one. Why? And he goes, well, because it makes me feel like you're yelling at me saying, hurry up and get to a stopping point. I said, now hold on, pause, time out. How did you take what I said? And he goes, well, I took it as you yelling at me to hurry up and find a stopping point. I said, got it. But what did I say? How did I say it? He told me, he goes, you said, hey bud, get to a stopping point. I said, okay, now, saying that in that tone, other than it make you feeling that way, did I say, hurry up and get to the stopping point? Did I raise my voice? Did I yell at you? Did I curse at you? Did I say, oh my gosh, you don't read fast enough? Like, did I say anything? No. And he goes, no. I said, okay. Now, I said, you're my son, so you've done some stupid things before. Like, you've heard me yell at you. Did I yell at you? No. Okay. So you have to have the emotional discipline to sit there and realize that I'm purely telling you it's time for bed. Find a stopping point so you can get some sleep because you have school in the morning or whatever the case is. Like, yeah. It was not I didn't lose my cool. I didn't yell at you. I didn't do any of that. But you took it that way. So that is a you problem, not a me problem. Because I used the same tone of voice as I did if you said, Dad, can I have a piece of candy? And I say, sure, bud, you can have a piece of candy. I said, it's the same tone that I used as, yes, buddy, you can go outside and go play with your friends. Yes, you can go play on the Switch or whatever. Like, it's the same exact tone. So don't take my tone and turn it in your head and ramp it up to something that I didn't say. I said, you need to take what I say for face value. I said, I haven't ever lied to you. I don't ever do anything. I don't yell at you unless it's absolutely necessary. I was like, you have to have the emotional discipline to understand and react to exactly what I said and exactly how I said it. Of course, he's 8, so teaching him that.
Well, being that I am well above 8, I have found growth in the several situations where someone would say something back to me, and I'm like, shit. All right, calm down. Don't take it personal. Take emotion out of it. Use their words exactly how they say their words. Repeat it back to them, and then reference what you said compared to what their words were. Then change the tone, change the demeanor, and move forward with life.
Yeah, I got to do that for emails all the time because I'll read it some way. Like if I'm upset because maybe I didn't do good on a presentation or whatever, right? And I get an email and I'm like, this is the stupidest email. How dare they come at me like this? I'm like, hold on, stop.
Right.
Let me reread their exact words. I want to read it, and then I want to try to put it in a better light and like a different tone, because I can't hear their tone. And after I do that, I'm like, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Why they're asking what they're asking, and I took it the wrong way. So
Right.
I was going to sit there and kind of hang out and think about stuff.
Yeah. Well, essentially, after you take that tone and whatever you need to do to readdress yourself, you want to put the team first. You want to ego destroys organizations faster than incompetence. And there's anything I hate more than incompetence. Low role leaders seek attention. They're the ones that come in and they talk loud on the phone just so they know they are talking to the vice president. So they know that they are talking to the CEO or whatever. They're the ones that come in talking loud like that. High role leaders build unity. I don't care who I'm talking to. I'm gonna keep the same tone, keep the same everything. High role leaders, they celebrate team victories, shared credit, and collective growth. Oh my God, I can't believe this property sold over seven apartments today. This is great. I'm glad that we were able to accomplish that and they were able to move this number. The best leaders understand success shared is success multiplied. I didn't do it. We did it. I didn't do it. You did it. I didn't do it. You did it with my help. I didn't do it. It was a group collection. I didn't do it. It was all on your effort to make me look better.
Yeah, it's one of those things I dislike ego, especially ego that I feel is unearned, where they're sitting there and they're like, well, I did this, and this was all because of my great leadership. I was telling Dice before the episode started, I just finished watching a docu-series on Ulysses S. Grant. It's on Netflix, called Grant. It's phenomenal, but they talked about, he took Richmond, Virginia, the city, in the campaign, and they said, whereas most leaders, most journals before him would have ran through the streets of Richmond with a parade, would have had all these self-gratifying speeches, all this other stuff. Grant stayed focused on the true objective, which was, let me go chase Robert E. Lee's army down and try to capture as many men and break that army apart, because if I can take Robert E. Lee's army down, then I can effectively end this war. So he put the team first, like, hey, great, guys, we took Richmond. You guys did that. Like, this is phenomenal. Let's finish the job and do this. I'm not going to sit, he didn't sit there and rest on his laurels. He put the team first. He's like, this is the way that we get everybody, every brother, every sister, every mom, every husband, whatever, back home and reunited. This is how we do it. I'm going to put the team first, and I don't give a shit about the small victory. I want to finish the job. And that's part of number 9, right? He took responsibility. Weak leaders blame others. Strong leaders own outcomes. High road leaders do not hide behind excuses, titles, other departments, or circumstances. Accountability increases respect because it demonstrates integrity. One honest admission of fault builds more credibility than 10 defensive explanations. You see this all the time. Star athletes do it. Quarterbacks do it. Where they're like, the team, we executed really well. I need to make better decisions. I need to be more decisive with the ball and put it in certain places. I went back and looked at a couple plays that I missed, and 100%, that guy was open. I just missed him, and I got to be better about it. And they put it on themselves. It's my outcome. It's a thing that happened, and I have to own this.
The team was performing well. They made their shots. They got to the spots, and they was doing everything that they were supposed to do. I just didn't execute on my end.
Right.
That's why we lost. And I love that. I love hearing that. And it echoes so much to someone that's in this leadership role, someone that's seeking leadership role or whatever. When you hear things like that, you're like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. That is so great. That is wonderful. These are stuff that you want to hear because they're taking the responsibility of their own actions and not blaming the team for being a loser, Bob. Even I'm gonna go as far as we watched the NBA. The NBA finals are completed now or whatever. And we've seen it where there's certain players that's like, oh my God, this guy played like shit. He didn't do anything. But when it came to the end of the interview, he didn't say that. He didn't say any of that. He didn't say, oh man, my point guard didn't shoot well at all. He pointed, or the coach or whatever pointed out that, hey, shit just wasn't working out for us. We was getting to our places. Shot just wasn't falling. He didn't blame an individual person. He blamed himself, or however. He chose integrity over convenience. He took the high road. High road is rarely the easiest route. I mean, there's so many ways. It's easy to say, Austin, you fucked up, as opposed to saying, hey, this podcast didn't work out well because, the audience wasn't resonating with what we had to say and this whole thing, instead of me just saying, Austin, you suck at life.
Right.
I would never say that because it's not true. Because sometimes integrity costs money, opportunities, popularity, and speed. Integrity is accepting the responsibility as a leader. Like, okay, I didn't focus more on what I need to project for the whole team.
Yeah, well, and compromised leadership always carries a hidden price later. You may not see it, but it's going to carry it later. Integrity isn't tested when decisions are easy. It's going to be tested when shortcuts are available. And I've seen this, and everyone knows that if you don't know, I'm a huge Thunder fan. And
Boo.
Shut up. Talked about the NBA playoffs. Well, when the Thunder lost to the Spurs in the Western Conference Finals, first game, Shea literally on his post-game thing said, it starts with me. I didn't execute well enough. The team really helped me out. They carried me, but I need to choose my spots better. I didn't hit enough shots. I didn't do things. I didn't execute well down the stretch.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
And he was not trying to pass the buck or anything like that. But there's a lot of things, like sometimes it sucks. And I tell this to my kid, I'm like, don't tell a lie, because even if it hurts, even if you did something wrong, you sit there and you're like, hey Dad, I messed up. I did X, Y, Z. And I'm like, dang, dude. We have to have a talk about this. We have to have some sort of repercussions for your actions. But I appreciate you telling me. I was like, this might sting, but it's not going to sting near as much as if you tried to hide it from me and then come back and I find out later that you were lying, because then I'm going to make it hurt worse. Because, while the integrity may have cost him a weekend of video games, I don't fucking know. But the hidden cost is that I find out later, because we find out the truth as parents, we all find out the truth later. It's going to cost him much more in trust and the ability to go out with friends and the disappointment that he feels from me over his line. So might have cost him some integrity, but you're always going to end up gaining more in the long run with integrity. And that's number 11, right? So focus on long-term legacy is number 11. Low road leadership chases immediate recognition. High road leadership builds something sustainable. Strong leaders are going to ask, will this decision still look right 5 years from now? Legacy leadership prioritizes long-term trust over short-term applause. And that's hard to do, because you got to sit there and think, like, 5 years down the road, if I make this decision and I change this process and I do this, is it still going to serve me 5 years down the road? Or am I just looking for a quick fix?
Yeah. I often point that out to my daughter. She had like a note card. She said her teacher said she can have one index card for notes. And I was like, that's cool, whatever. But then I looked at her index card and she had umpteen million notes written on the front, umpteen million notes written on the back. And I'm like, this is a very short-term game. Like, it's going to have you pass the test or whatever your finals or whatever, but are you going to retain that knowledge that you wrote on a note card, or should you just study instead of just writing it on a note card? Well, I guess I should study. Well, there you go. Because studying is going to give you a long-term effect. As we do for this whole leadership thing, studying leadership and all this thing that we have been involving with for over 7 seasons. I keep saying 7. Why do I keep saying 7? Maybe because we've been doing this for a lot longer than 5 seasons. But studying it over for 5 seasons, if I just wrote these things on a note card or just wrote them in a notepad for one episode at a time, we're not going to retain or learn anything in the long run. But if we study it over time, which we have, Grant, I've been doing all kinds of different books. I got certificates, you got certificates, this whole thing. I'm not trying to pat our resume here, but this isn't a short-term game. We've been involved with this for quite some time now, for over 5 years at least at a minimum. It's been longer than 5 years, to be 100% honest. But yeah. I mean, if we only did it per episode, that's only a short-term game just to do an episode. So if you look at it in the long term, it's a focus of a long-term legacy. Like, I want motherfuckers to listen to this podcast 6 years from now and be like, oh, shit, I see what they're talking about now. I'm gaining this. And it's only going to lift others higher.
Yeah, and real quick, if you guys come up and you see us at E or EA or whatever, and you guys start talking to us about, hey, I really like this episode about XYZ, we're going to know what you're talking about, and we're going to be able to sit there and hold that conversation with you guys. This is not something we just copy-paste, give credit where credit's due, like John C. Maxwell's book, The High Road Leadership, that we're referencing here. We're going to be able to sit there and be like, yeah, I read that book. Yeah, I remember talking about this. Oh, yeah, I remember reading this, and this, and I remember these excerpts from the book. That's what really resonates with me. And we're going to be able to sit there and have a discussion with it. It's not we're just sitting here reading off the script and saying, oh my gosh, you know, we did an episode, no, I never read the book, or no, I don't never remember XYZ. Like, we're going to be able to hold conversations about the stuff that we talked about, because this is stuff that we truly believe in and we sit there and actually talk about.
Because you went on that tangent, I've been tested. I've not tested. Tested is not the right word. But your scenario has actually happened where it wasn't even a cigar guy. It was a vape or whatever the fuck it was. They were talking leadership stuff, and we had a whole conversation about leadership qualities and different things of aspects of moving forward with life. We was like, it was a bromance. I'm telling you, it was a literally bromance. Like, if we was on TV, they would drew a heart around us because we was talking the same language. It was like we both spoke a different language, and my partner I had with me at the time was rolling her eyes at it, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. This is what we do. This is it. He had nothing to do with cigars. I had nothing to do with whatever the vape, whatever he was talking about. But we had a long conversation just about leadership alone, and we was trying to hook up. I do have his information. We just never came to fruition. But it's exactly what you was talking about. Exactly. Verbatim.
Yeah. Well, and like you said, number 12 is lift others higher, right? The ultimate measure of leadership is not your own personal success. It's how many people you grew, or how many people grew because of your leadership. High road leaders are going to encourage that growth. They're going to build your confidence. They're going to teach leadership. They're going to leave organizations stronger than they found them. A true leader creates more leaders. Like we've already talked about, train your replacement. Part of training your replacement is teaching them how to lead. It's not teaching them how to do the job. That part's easy. Teaching them how to lead is one of the most difficult things, because there's so much to leadership. There's so many nuances. There's so many different situations that you just have to sit there and try to expound upon and impress upon them of this is your guideline, and you have to make the best decision you can from here, because if you don't, then XYZ can happen. And so you want to try to lift everybody up.
I don't want to do this whole pat on the back type situation, this whole thing or whatever, but Austin, from my point of view of leadership and everything that I have done, you have exceeded what I have taught leaps and bounds. I have listened and followed your career throughout, and you have done more than I have done. And that's the same thing you kind of want for your children and everything in the aspect of it. And I have got that, I don't want to say triple or quadruple fold from other people. As I announced earlier that I got invited to someone's retirement. I haven't spoken to this person for years, but he was like, hey, your leadership advice and everything is, I want you to come to my retirement ceremony because you had such an influence. These type things, like I don't look for any of that, but it comes back. So the ultimate measure of leadership is not personal success. It's not a personal success for me, but it is great to hear that my or your or whoever leadership has grown leaps and bounds to where you have impressed someone so much so to where their leadership has called for them to come out to see their final notes on their leadership, to see their final aspects of whatever career they had at that growth because of you, because of Austin, because of Dice, because of whoever at that time, which goes back to, hey, my name is Billy Bob and I learned from Austin and Austin learned from Dice, and I appreciate the leadership advice that has rolled downhill all the way up. So it's great to hear.
Yeah. All right.
Not that I need that.
No, but that's that. It comes back to you in leaps and bounds versus that integrity will leave that lasting legacy, right? So again, high road leadership is legacy leadership. It asks that powerful question: what will people say about your leadership when you're not in the room? That's what you should be concerned about. What I always talk about, what are people going to say at your funeral? Like, what do I want people to say at my funeral? And one of those things is, damn, he might have been tough and he was strict on standards, but he did everything he could to make me succeed. Like, that makes me, if somebody said that, I'd be like, I'm happy. That makes me ecstatic. That answer is built daily, not through grand speeches, not through fucking, grandiose acts of whatever, but through ordinary decisions repeated consistently over time. John Maxwell's philosophy reminds us that leadership is not measured solely by results. It's measured by the standards you keep, the people you elevate, the discipline you maintain, and the example that you leave behind. The low road may feel faster, but the high road travels further. And much like a premium cigar, leadership is ultimately judged by the quality of the experience you leave with others after the moment is over. And it's one of those things. John Maxwell was talking in his book. The audio book is phenomenal because John Maxwell's reading you the book. But he kind of went off on a tangent that was not in the book, which is great. But he talked about lip service. He said everyone else to pay lip service. And he said, now, for example, he goes, if you were driving down a road without a seatbelt and you wrapped your car around a tree, would you want the state politician to sit there and say, I told them to have that speed limit lowered on that road because it's such a dangerous road, or the car manufacturer say, hey, my car is 5-star safety certified, or would you want the firefighter to sit there and be like, let me cut you out, let me get you out of here and everything else? Would you rather have the lip service of like, we did all these things in the past, or I said this, and this, or would you rather say, man, that guy cared because I know that he cared because every single day he took the time to try to make lives better.
I mean, this is a phenomenal episode. If you enjoyed this episode, and John Maxwell, if you haven't listened to his book or read his book, please pick it up, put it on your audio, whatever you need to do, listen to it, however you need to do it. At a minimum, if you enjoyed this episode, share this episode with someone that should hear it or you think deserves to hear it. Or if you liked it enough, share it with someone else that would like it. But it's one of these episodes that I found it great going through the studies of this book, going through the studies of everything that you shared. This is a phenomenal episode. So share it with someone.
All right, before we go, I need to know, Dice, what is your final third like?
Oh, nice. I totally forgot about my final third, my friend. You're good. I was so enthralled with this whole leadership thing.
Gotta keep you honest.
Of course, as I come into this final third, I say of course, like everyone else is smoking it right. The earth is definitely I want to say it's deepened, it's darkened. Like earth is definitely there. I want to pull leather to the forefront. I got cocoa. The cedar is more of a charred wood kind of effect. I still get nuttiness, but my nuttiness, I can't really say it out loud, which I did. But because I'm smoking a peanut butter whiskey, because I'm drinking a peanut butter whiskey with it, so I know it's bringing that nuttiness up front for me because of my pairing.
Yeah. No, I agree with everything you said. Are you getting any sort of spice on the back end?
There's a slight spice, but my peanut butter whiskey is sweet. So is combating that spice. So if you're getting spice, it is more due to, one, you're not diluted with your flavor profile. Okay. Two, is also probably due to what you're pairing it with. But my spice is very muddled. I will have to fight to say there is a spice because of the sweetness of my drink.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so with that being said, single, 5-pack, or box worthy?
It's time to answer the question. Is the cigar box worthy, 5-pack, or just 1 or 2?
I think I know what your answer is.
If you're leaning towards box worthy, then you are absolutely correct, because this cigar, I have never had a problem with smoking it. I haven't had a problem with smoking today. I had to relight one time. I had to touch up one time because of speech and talking and everything that's going on. My burn line has been phenomenal. The smoke output has been great. It hasn't been old fucking 1960, 70 car. Everything about the cigar I enjoyed. It is medium to medium full. It doesn't quite hit that full body yet, so it's not extremely traumatizing on my palate. I enjoy this cigar. This is a cigar I would recommend to anyone, and I have recommended to anyone. I recommend to you. I had random calls, and I recommended to them if they were at Total Wine and More.
Yeah, so I smoked a cigar prior to this. I smoked a more Maduro-esque cigar, but smoking this one, I was like, man, this is light in the britches. When I first thought, I would place it now firmly in the medium category. I don't know if I'd go full medium to full. I don't know if I'd go quite that far, but I definitely place it in the medium category. I would agree with you. Boxworthy, this has been a great smoke. I'm impressed by how much I like this cigar for it being a Total Wine exclusive. I'm amazed by how much I've actually liked this cigar, because I came into it with low expectations, and I don't know if that helped it, but I kind of was like, yeah, whatever, it is what it is. But no, this has been a great smoke. The smoke output's been great. I know I put up once because of probably talking, but I would have to go box with you as well.
I'm looking forward to when you smoke it again. I don't know how many times I've smoked this cigar before. This is definitely well over 10 for me. So I definitely would say it's a box worthy for me. So yeah. I'm looking forward to your thoughts on it. Of course, it won't be on air. Maybe we'll mention it on air or whatever. But I'm looking forward to what you have to say when you smoke it again, because this is your first experience with it.
Yeah, no, it's really, honestly, it's really good. I'd highly recommend this one. All right, until next time, I'm Austin.
And I'm Dice.
And great leaders smoke great cigars.
Facts.
Thank you for listening to Leadership of the Leaf. The comments and opinions expressed by the host and guests does not reflect the opinions of those that broadcast this show, nor does it reflect any of our affiliates.